It's probably one of the most famous celestial events in all of human history, right? That guiding light in the ancient story. But what actually was the Star of Bethlehem? Was it a comet, an exploding star, or was it something else entirely? Let's dig into this cosmic mystery and see what the evidence really tells us. So you have this iconic story, but the star itself, it's a total enigma. In this explainer, we're going to be like celestial detectives. We're going to examine the clues from the original account and try to solve a puzzle that's been around for 2,000 years. Okay, so to get to the bottom of this, we have to start where the story starts. And there is only one primary source document that describes this event, the Gospel of Matthew. So let's treat it like a historical account and just pull out the key facts of the case. Now, the clues in the account are incredibly specific, and here's what's so weird. The star wasn't some huge spectacle for the whole world to see. Apparently, it only appeared to the Magi. I mean, even King Herod, right there in Jerusalem, knew nothing about it. It also acts strangely. It appears, it disappears, and it seems to move with this intelligent purpose, guiding them on a huge journey and then pointing them to a single house. These are the details we've got to work with. Before we go any further, though, we gotta bust a major myth. You know that classic image of three wise men showing up at a stable on the night Jesus was born? Yeah, that's almost certainly not how it happened. Think about it. The journey from Persia would have taken a long time. And when the Magi met with King Herod, he asked them when the star had first appeared. Based on what they told him, he then ordered the killing of all baby boys in Bethlehem aged 2 and under. That strongly suggests Jesus could have been a toddler by the time they arrived. And the text says they came to a house, not a stable, which makes perfect sense. The family would have found real lodging long after the birth. Okay, so now that we've got our facts laid out, let's look at the most common theories. For centuries, astronomers and scholars have tried to find some kind of natural, scientific explanation for what the Magi saw. And the usual suspects are pretty much what you'd expect. A supernova, that's a star exploding, which would be incredibly bright. A well-known comet, or a planetary conjunction where planets line up and look like one brilliant star from Earth. These are all totally plausible cosmic events. The real question is, do any of them actually fit the specific clues from our source? And this, right here, is where our investigation takes a really sharp turn. Because when you hold these scientific theories up against the eyewitness account, some serious problems start to pop up. This thing, well, it just doesn't act like any star we know of. Okay, this is where the natural theories just completely fall apart. A supernova or a big comet would have been seen by everybody, not just the Magi. King Herod and his whole court would have been talking about it. Second, everything in the night sky appears to move from east to west because of the Earth's rotation. But this star supposedly led the Magi south, from Jerusalem to Bethlehem. And then there's the showstopper. It stopped and hovered over a specific house. No comet, no planet, no supernova can do that. Not a chance. So, if all the normal scientific explanations just don't work, what are we left with? Well, we have to consider the alternative that's actually suggested by the source itself, that maybe this star wasn't a star at all. You know, the actual Greek word used in the text is aster, which is pretty flexible. It can mean a star, sure, but it can also just mean any luminous body in the sky. And context is everything, right? If the object isn't behaving like a star, maybe the word was used to describe something else entirely, something beyond a natural explanation. And that opens the door to this incredible theological concept known as the Shekinah glory. It's described in other parts of the Bible, like the book of Exodus, as the visible, physical presence of God, showing up as a pillar of cloud or fire, specifically to guide people. It's basically a divine GPS. So let's think about that. If the star was actually a supernatural manifestation, like the Shekinah, suddenly all the weird pieces just click into place. It explains why only the Magi could see it. It explains how it could move in any direction it wanted, against the normal flow of the stars. And it absolutely explains how it could stop and pinpoint one specific house. This theory it resolves all the inconsistencies. I mean, listen to how the text itself puts it. It says the star went ahead of them until it stopped over the place. That's the language of a guide, right? Not a distant ball of burning gas just following the predictable laws of orbital mechanics. So in the end, we're left with two very different possibilities. Was the Star of Bethlehem a strange but ultimately natural cosmic event that we just can't quite explain with our modern science? Or was it a cosmic guide, a miraculous sign created for a specific purpose to lead a few very specific people to one single destination? And that leaves me with one final question for you. The Magi saw something that apparently no one else did, and they dropped everything to follow it. It just makes you wonder, in our world with all its noise and data and distractions, if a sign like that appeared today, would any of us have the eyes or maybe the will to actually see it and follow where it leads?